WJLA.com.
Good morning, America. Refusing to resign.
It's not me.
Virginia Governor Ralph Northam denying he was in that racist yearbook photo. The mounting pressure he faces, a stunning admission about a blackface moment, and the moment his wife stepped in.
Breaking overnight, the deadly standoff. One police officer killed, another wounded. The suspect barricaded in his apartment. The attempts to end it peacefully this morning.
Back on stage, actor Jussie Smollett making his first public appearance at a sold-out concert after his alleged assault.
The hateful rhetoric that gets passed around, it has to stop.
All the emotional moments.
Flash flooding, mud on the move in California, sweeping through neighborhoods. This man airlifted to safety, flooded streets, swallowing cars. Now a second dangerous storm is on the way.
And game time, Super Bowl Sunday is here. The Patriots and the Rams taking the field in just a few hours. The rookie versus the veteran. The megawatt parties overnight. Plus Bob Kraft with Cardi B and
Can I try one of those bad boys on?
Can, man.
our kid correspondent getting a little help from a football legend.
Live from ABC News in New York, this is Good Morning America.
We're still marveling over that Bob Kraft Cardi B dance off there.
I was just saying, I'm worried about his hamstring.
Yeah, I think so.
Movement.
You might need an ice pack after that. Good morning, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. It is Super Bowl Sunday. Excitement already building just hours away from kickoff at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta.
Dan and Whit are split over who will be taking home the Vince Lombardi Trophy. I'm separating them.
We're split, but he knows he's wrong. The Patriots are going to win.
We'll explain to Dan who Vince Lombardi is later in the show.
Well,
He's not an opera singer, I promise.
All right, I know when I've lost. I'm going to move on now. We're going to have all the pregame action plus an in-depth look at the matchup coming up. But first here, our top story of the morning, the governor of Virginia coming out to say he's not stepping down. So just to recap here, on Friday, Governor Northam admitted that he was in this racist yearbook picture from 1984 where you see one person in blackface, another person in a KKK outfit. On Saturday, however, the governor held a news conference to say it wasn't him after all.
But while denying he was in that picture, he did admit to wearing blackface at another time.
Well, let's go right to ABC's Zachary Quiche in Richmond, where the governor's explanation, Zachary, doesn't appear to be going over very well.
Good morning, guys. The governor is adamant it was not him. And despite calls for his resignation, he says he's not going anywhere. We're actually just outside the governor's mansion this morning, the site of that remarkable press conference. Virginia Governor Ralph Northam walked into a press conference, then walked back his own comments. After initially acknowledging he was one of two people in this 1984 medical school yearbook photo, he's now saying, after a closer look, it wasn't me.
It's not me.
Northam now claims the picture was on the wrong yearbook page.
My belief that I did not wear that costume or attend that party stems in part from my clear memory of other mistakes I made in the same period of my life.
The governor acknowledged he did wear blackface, but that was for a dance contest dressing up as Michael Jackson when he was 25 years old.
I look back now and regret that I did not understand the harmful legacy of an action like that.
He continued with this anecdote about that night.
I had the shoes, I had a glove, and I used just a little bit of shoe polish to put under on my cheeks. And the reason I used a very little bit is because I don't know if anybody's ever tried that, but you cannot get shoe polish off.
This stunning 40-minute press conference turned bizarre at times. At one point, a reporter asking Northam if he could still moonwalk as he had in that 1984 dance contest. The governor appeared to consider trying to dance before his wife intervened.
My wife says inappropriate circumstances.
A long list of politicians from both sides of the aisle have called for him to resign.
He just made it worse. The idea that he's going to come out yesterday and say that he was in the picture, today deny it, he is completely tone deaf.
Overnight, the president weighing in on the growing controversy, tweeting, "Unforgivable." Protesters, including some who voted for him on the promise of bringing people together, demanded he step down. Northam says he was unaware that blackface was hurtful to black folks until later in his life. Do you think as a grown adult that it's problematic that you need to have it explained to you that blackface is offensive?
No, I'm not a person of color, and people of color experience different things. It affects them different ways.
A truly unforgettable press conference yesterday. Now the governor is suggesting that this incident can be used as a tool for healing. But beyond those photos, there are big questions about a racist nickname that was posted in an undergraduate yearbook. Dan?
Our own Zachary Kish confronting the governor directly there in Virginia. Zachary, thank you very much. Let's bring in our chief anchor, George Stephanopoulos, who will be hosting this week later this morning. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
So many Democrats are doubling and tripling down on their calls.
Can you name one who hasn't?
Yes, well, there are a few who didn't at first, but now even most of them are coming out to say, this guy's got to go. So is there any mechanism to force him out, or can he continue to bluster his way through this?
Well, I don't see how he can survive this. I mean, you've now got both senators, both Democratic senators from Virginia, the leading African-American, the dean of the congressional delegation, Bobby Scott, calling for him to go as well. Democrats universally calling for him to go. If he continues to be defiant, I suppose they're going to try to start impeachment proceedings, although it would be difficult to figure out exactly what the grounds are, given the fact that this has not dealt with his time in office. But I just don't see any way that the governor is going to be able to survive, because he has basically no support right now. I mean, the Democratic Party has unified itself against what happened there, against the governor.
What about the Democratic Party nationally? We're heading into this 2020 presidential campaign. It's already started. You're going to have a presidential hopeful on your show this morning. What impact does this story have on the campaign as it starts to heat up?
Well, what you saw is they want to make sure it has no impact at all. The Democrats want to be the party of diversity going into the 2020 election, the party that has stood up against white supremacism, they say, against racism in all forms, and they want to show zero tolerance for any kind of racism. That's why you saw so many Democrats, including just about every presidential candidate, come out immediately and say Northam has to go.
George Stephanopoulos, thank you very much. Always great to see you on a Sunday morning. I want to remind you, George has a big show, as always, this morning. He's going to have much more on the Northam story later this morning on This Week. Plus, he's going to interview this gentleman, the new 2020 presidential hopeful, Mayor Pete Buttigieg. That's coming up on This Week right here on ABC. And speaking of George, be sure to tune in Tuesday night when George is going to lead our political team in ABC's live coverage of the State of the Union and the Democratic response. It all starts at 9 Eastern. George, thanks again.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it.
And now to the breaking story overnight. One police officer killed, another wounded in a standoff with a gunman.
That suspect in Cincinnati, Ohio, barricading himself in his apartment. ABC's Stephanie Ramos joins us this morning with the new details. Stephanie, good morning.
Eva and Whit, good morning. A tense scene outside that apartment complex just coming to an end a short time ago. Here's how it all started. Overnight, a standoff in an apartment complex erupted into gunfire, killing one sheriff's deputy and injuring another. The incident taking place just outside of Cincinnati. Authorities say they were responding to a call about a disturbance last night around 7 o'clock. A suspect then apparently barricaded himself inside the apartment, saying he had weapons. And just this morning, a fire was reported at the scene. At one point, police say the suspect started firing rounds. 2 sheriff's deputies were hit.
2 deputies from Clermont County Sheriff's Office were struck. One is in stable condition at University of Cincinnati Hospital. The other deputy has passed away.
Authorities reportedly used megaphones to negotiate with the suspect. That suspect is now in custody following that 12-hour-long standoff. And guys, it was a very tense and chaotic scene for residents and officers there overnight.
Stephanie Ramos covering the breaking news this morning. Stephanie, thank you. We're going to move now to the actor Jussie Smollett. Back on stage.
The Empire star speaking out for the first time since telling police he was assaulted in a racial attack. ABC's Ariel Reshef joins us with more. Ariel.
Hey, good morning to you guys. It was an emotional first appearance. The star breaking from his performance to address the alleged attack in Chicago last week, telling fans he's okay and fighting back against his critics.
Overnight, Empire star Jussie Smollett making his first public appearance since reporting he was brutally attacked. Taking the stage at this sold-out concert at the famous Troubadour in West Hollywood.
These last 4 days, I would not have been able to get through it without obviously my family, but also the love and support for all y'all.
Smollett forging forward with an emotional performance days after he says he was assaulted in Chicago by 2 hooded assailants shouting homophobic and racist slurs.
I was bruised, but my ribs were not cracked. They were not broken.
Smollett fighting back tears, saying the show had to go on.
In times of trauma or hurt or grief, we still have a responsibility to lead with love, you know, and if we don't, then we just die inside.
The actor telling Chicago police Tuesday one of the men put a noose around his neck. In a later interview with detectives, claiming they yelled MAGA country as they beat him and doused him with a bleach-like chemical. Authorities only turning up this surveillance image of two shadowy persons of interest seen walking nearby.
I love you with all my heart.
Smollett reassuring fans, friends, and family he's okay, and appearing to slam critics who say his story may have changed.
The hateful rhetoric that gets passed around, it has to stop, and it has to, but guess what? It stops with the people that believe in love. We have that power.
In that sold-out audience last night, Empire series creator Lee Daniels and Smollett's family. Police say they are making gains in this investigation, but so far there have been no arrests. A lot of people waiting to see what will happen there.
Absolutely. Still a lot of questions in the case, too. Ariel, thanks so much. We do want to transition to another big story on this Super Bowl Sunday. Of course, we are just hours away from the head-to-head between the Rams and the Patriots.
And the Patriots quarterback assembling his Brady bunch on the field ahead of the game as he makes Super Bowl history yet again as the oldest player to start. ABC's TJ Holmes is in Atlanta with more. Good morning, TJ.
You know what? I really wish, Eva, people would stop talking about him being the oldest this and oldest that, because Tom Brady and I are the same age. Doesn't make me feel good. That's pretty much where our list of accomplishments and things in common kind of ends. But yes, there's a lot on the line, a lot of history and legacy on the line on Sunday. But you know what? It's not just the players, but you also have law enforcement and halftime performers also have something on the line on Sunday.
Brady's in the shotgun.
The last time these two teams met in a Super Bowl, the Rams were the St. Louis Rams, and Tom Brady was an unknown 24-year-old quarterback, leading the underdog Patriots to their first Super Bowl win. My, how things have changed. 17 years and 5 Super Bowl rings later, Brady is a legend, and he's now taking on the youngster, Rams quarterback Jared Goff, who was just 7 years old when Brady won that first championship. And Patriots head coach Bill Belichick has been working in the NFL longer than Rams head coach Sean McVay has been alive.
I haven't been in all those positions myself, special teams, offense, defense, assistant coach, play caller, head coach. You have appreciation for everybody's spot there in the roster.
At just 33, McVay is the youngest coach in the league and could become the youngest to ever win a Super Bowl.
You appreciate the magnitude of this game. It's a blessing to be here. Our players and coaches have earned the right to be here.
Atlanta expected 1 million people to visit the city in the lead up to Super Bowl Sunday, though the majority of them won't be lucky enough to get a seat inside the brand new 71,000-seat Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And as always, law enforcement has taken extensive security measures to protect the game and surrounding areas.
They're not here to watch the Super Bowl, they're here to watch over it.
Controversy over this year's halftime show is taking some of the spotlight from the game itself. Maroon 5 is set to perform alongside Travis Scott and Big Boy, and they've all been criticized for their participation. Several artists reportedly turned down offers to perform in halftime, and Cardi B told me this week she also refused to perform in support of Kaepernick, the former 49er who is still without a job after taking a knee during the national anthem. Maroon 5's lead singer Adam Levine addressed the controversy on Entertainment Tonight.
And most recently, I think we just wanted to make sure that we were able to speak once again through the music.
I'm back live now with TJ. Last night they handed out the league MVP award. Who won that award?
Yeah, look, you might not be sure who you're going to go with for the game, but it was pretty easy pick in terms of who's going to be the MVP of the league. Yeah, Patrick Mahomes, this young cat, and we got to spend some time with him earlier this week. Quarterback for the Chiefs, just had a breakout year, won that MVP award, picked up 41 votes. Drew Brees only got the other 9, so it was pretty much a shoe-in. But he just had a breakout year, his first year as a starter. And guys, get this: his first year as a starter, he did something that only one other quarterback in history has done, which was throw for 5,000 yards and also 50 touchdowns. The only other player to do that was a man by the name of Peyton Manning. So that's how special of a year he had.
TJ, as somebody who, like me, is a little older and wiser, do you agree that Patriots are likely to win today?
Look, I don't know how you can go against Brady and Belichick ever. But the Rams fans, they have the best player on the field, though, Aaron Donald, that defensive lineman. They do have the best player, so if he can have an impact on the game, they certainly do have a chance. But Belichick and Brady, I mean, how in the world are you going to go against those guys?
And Gronk?
Yeah, can't argue with that. By the way, Dan Harris, note the sports analysis from TJ there. We'll take our guidance from you next time, TJ, instead of Dan Harris in the future. Thank you.
Fair enough. TJ, thank you. We'll see you in the next half hour with more on the Super Bowl pre-parties. Now, though, we're going to transition to a quick note on a much less amusing story. 14 people, including children, injured in a bus crash Saturday evening in West Virginia. The charter bus was carrying the Martinsburg High School girls basketball team, and it careened off Interstate 64 and rolled over. One of the 12 injured students had to be airlifted to a trauma center in Charleston. This morning, there's word that all of the injured, including the girl who was airlifted, have been released and are doing well. The cause of the crash is under investigation.
Turning now to a massive storm taking aim on fire-ravaged California.
Stunning picture showing how heavy rain is triggering mudslides and flooding on major highways. ABC's Marcus Moore is in Los Angeles, where mandatory evacuations were lifted overnight. Good morning, Marcus.
And Eva, good morning. The rain continues to fall, and that is the Los Angeles River just behind me, and you may be able to hear and see the massive amounts of water that are going downstream, at one point high enough to leave debris along the banks there. And in other parts of the region, there was dangerous flash flooding in the streets. Residents now recovering from a relentless deluge that triggered flash flooding and mudslides in Southern California.
The driveway was completely flooded. In fact, it looked like a waterfall. The water came all the way through my garage and inside my house.
The mud at times flowing like a river, violently snapping a tree here and snaking its way through neighborhoods like this one in Malibu. The flooded streets often leaving cars useless and underwater. A couch seen drifting into the middle of the road. And this Santa Maria resident describing a rude awakening.
Some guy woke me up telling me there was a tree on top of my car.
Pleas for help Saturday all throughout the state.
Water flowing inside of a home, resident unable to get out.
Anaheim firefighters rescuing a woman trapped in this car crushed by a tree. And you can see this dramatic rescue here in Yucca Valley. Helicopter fighting whipping winds to rescue an elderly man trapped in his car. And more rescues like it.
Swiftwater rescue, female stuck in the river bottom. We have another swiftwater rescue in the river bottom.
Saturday morning, one rescue turning fatal. First responder was killed rushing to help in a traffic accident. And there have been on and off periods of rain here in Southern California this morning. You see the rain still falling, and the threat has not yet passed. Dan, the rain's expected to be in this area through Tuesday.
All right, Marcus, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Let's get it over to Rob now and look at the forecast. Rob, what's cooking?
Well, Dan, we got a couple of more pulses of powerful Pacific precipitation. Didn't mean to alliterate like that, but that's pretty much how it's lining up. We've had a ½ an inch of rain rates in 10 minutes across Santa Barbara County, even a couple of tornado warnings this morning from the big pulses coming in right now. We've got a surge of cold air that will be dropping in as well. So the Pacific Northwest will get into the action with this, maybe a little low elevation snow, Seattle, Portland. And then tomorrow morning is going to be some action as well with some rainfall across parts of San Francisco, maybe some wind as well. And look at all the white piling up in the mountains here as this cold low drops down, gets really showery Monday, Tuesday. So it does last through Tuesday, but the winter storm warnings have been posted and more flood warnings likely be issued, especially in some of those burn areas where another 1 to 2 inches of rainfall is expected. We've already seen 5+. And look at this. This is not a typo. Up to 10 feet of snow at the higher elevations this year. There's going to be some avalanche warnings there and very difficult travel up and over the mountains. That's a check on what's happening nationally. Weather-wise, time now for a look at your local forecast.
Good morning from the Stormwatch 7 Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Ryan Miller on this Sunday that features a fair amount of sunshine this morning, and with winds out of the south, we're going to see our air temperatures climb to above average readings. No concerns with Arctic air whatsoever. 53 degrees today, 56 tomorrow, 60s. Look at that on Tuesday. Heading into Wednesday, that's when our next chance of rain comes in here, and it's going to be a tad cooler, 40s. But look, 60s return on Friday, and then the weekend coming up will be colder.
They hate it when I pop my peas in this microphone, so no more peas for the rest of the broadcast.
Nobody knows what that means in TV land.
To pop the peas?
How are you going to say Patriots are going to win?
I'm just not going to say that.
Okay.
Yeah, we can take the high road, the accurate road.
Well, there's a first, the high road.
Rob Marciano.